amigo. Hey there guys, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of RobaFett, and I did not just get out of Suicide Squad. I actually went and saw it opening night, and I just hadn't had a chance to really sit down and talk about the movie till now. So it was good. I got some time to get my thoughts together and think about what I was going to tell you guys, what I actually thought of the movie. I wanted some time to think about it. And by the way, since when did movies stop airing on Friday at 12 in the morning? I mean, like, when did that stop being a thing? Like, have you guys noticed that anymore? Like, they're like, oh, the movie comes out on Friday, but you can go see it on Thursday at like 7 and 8 and 10 o'clock showings, and then there's no midnight showings anymore. Like, what's the deal with that? They might as well just be like, oh yeah, it's not coming out on Friday, it's coming out on Thursday, because it's when you go and watch it. But, or you know what, maybe they're figuring if it's a long movie, like, well, if you go in there and you watch it at 10 o'clock, by the time you get out, it'll be Friday. I mean, I don't know. I also want to remind you guys that this is a spoiler review, so if you don't want to hear spoilers, you've been warned. And of course, this wouldn't be a Suicide Squad review without the official popcorn and drink combo. Get it today. So we got the popcorn combo, we got the Punisher hat on. Let's talk about this. All right, guys, so from now on when I do movie/game reviews, I'm gonna do the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's right, I'm gonna do it in categories, give you what I thought was good, what I thought was bad, what I thought was ugly. All right, guys, so the good. So what's good about this movie? Well, first I want to address what all the critics have been saying. The critics have basically just been bashing this movie and been like, oh, this movie's terrible. They're like, every time someone goes and sees Suicide Squad, a baby dies. Don't go see it. And you know what, guys? It's really not that severe. It's really not that bad. It's not Batman v Superman bad. And if you guys want to know what I thought of Batman v Superman and how much I hated it, be sure to check out this video right here, and I'll tell you all about it. So, guys, with that being said, was this movie fantastic? No, it wasn't fantastic either. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't like the most fantastic superhero movie of the year type deal. It just wasn't. There was a lot of things that were lacking in it, but I'll tell you what, here's what was good. Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, hands down my favorite part of this movie. She nails her character. I swear she takes elements of what she wanted to do and elements from the original Batman, the animated series. She puts them together and it is just gold. It is just magic, and I love her for it. She adds things like calling the Joker Pudding and Mr. J, and I just love it. It just really, she plays off of it well. I didn't know about her. I was like, is she gonna do well in this role? And honestly, she does, and she looks amazing. She has great chemistry with Will Smith, also with the Joker on screen, and I just really love her character. I think she just did an amazing job. There was so many scenes with her that were just great, classic, you know, quotable lines. She just knocked it out of the park for me. There was even a scene where she had her iconic hammer, and I was just like, wow, we are actually getting to see a movie with Harley Quinn right now. That is amazing. Will Smith is Deadshot. I was surprised. I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did. I mean, let's just get real. Deadshot is playing Will Smith. Will Smith is not playing Deadshot. It's not the other way around. But you know what? Because he's so awesome and he's still got it. This guy has still got it. He might have had some flops in the past, you know, a little bit here, but he really brings it back in this movie, and I really, really did enjoy watching him. Even though I feel like he kind of takes over the movie a little bit. Like, Deadshot's not one of the most notable and like notorious villains of Batman, but you know what? They give him a backstory, and really the only characters that truly get really flushed out are him and Harley Quinn. I did enjoy seeing Batman. The parts that he were in was really cool. I just really wish that we would have seen more of him. And honestly, I wish that they would have had a better fight between him and Deadshot, because it's like, oh yeah, he just stops him when he's bringing his daughter home, and it's just so anticlimactic. And they weren't even able to fight because the daughter gets in the way and is like, Daddy, please don't shoot Batman. And he's like, oh, okay, I'll go to jail now. Like, Jay Hernandez as Diablo, he does really great. He does get enough background story to where you can actually, like, see things and see his character getting flushed out. And that point in the movie when he transforms, he looked so awesome. Katana was another cool character. I really enjoyed her. I really enjoyed the action scenes with her. I thought that that was really cool. I love the color scheme, and I love a lot of the themes in this movie. I really like what they were going for, the whole, you know, punk Fight Club looking style of the movie. I really did like that. I loved the prison guard from the beginning. He just had a lot of good comedic moments and a lot of good lines. I have really been looking forward to seeing Killer Croc in a movie. I've always wondered, like, what's he gonna look like on film? How is that going to go? And honestly, the actor that they chose and everything, it looked great. I really did enjoy him. Honestly, I would have preferred a much bigger Hulk-like Killer Croc, like maybe in the Arkham series, but what they did was good too, and every single line he had was gold. Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang. This guy actually has charisma in a movie. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, but he's hilarious as Captain Boomerang. I really thought that his character added a very interesting and good dynamic to the team. And that brings me to the team aspect. When these guys are all together, it's really cool. It's really awesome. I wish they had more of it, more of them interacting. My second favorite thing, besides Harley Quinn, is Viola Davis as Amanda Waller. Amanda Waller is just a creepy, evil, freaking version of Nick Fury for the freaking DC universe, and she nails it. It's almost like Amanda Waller walked out of the comic book. It is so cool, and you know, she has some really dark moments in this that really capture how evil and how sinister Amanda Waller can be. Joel Kinsman's character, I did like him. I don't know, he kind of felt sort of forced into the movie, and like he was like Amanda Waller's butt monkey, but you know, you needed him. He was kind of like the straight man for the team. I also really like the action. I think that this movie has some very awesome action sequences. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for the good. Now let's go to the bad. Now, I'm going to have a little bit of the good left over in this bad section and address the Joker. The Joker in this, he's not in this a lot, so it's hard to make a read on him. And I knew going into it he wasn't going to be in it a lot because of all the criticism that it got for not having him in it a lot. You know, beforehand, before even knowing that, if you watch the trailers, it seems like the Joker is going to be an integral part. And you know what? Looking back, looking at like posters and things that were put up, the Joker is never, you know, with the Suicide Squad, which makes you think he's either separate, maybe a villain. You don't know. But the point is that the trailer sort of made it like he was going to be a more integrated part of the story, and really he's just a supporting role, just something. He's like the extra combo pack. Order your Suicide Squad now, and we'll throw in a Joker for free. But you gotta call now. Operators are standing by. That being said, Jared Leto, I can tell he's put a lot, you know, of thought into what the Joker he wanted to do, and I thought he did the most with what he could. I felt like he drew a lot from Heath Ledger and Jack Nicholson and kind of blended, like he threw it in a blender, and then that, you know, this Joker's what came out. That being said, it's probably my least favorite adaptation of the Joker. I don't like the tattoos. I don't feel like it's something the Joker would do. I don't feel like this Joker tries to get into your head. I feel like this Joker is just a crazy Joker. He's just crazy. He's just a crazy person. And you know what? The Joker is crazy, but the Joker is also like super smart, man, and he plots everything out, and he's just crazy. Like, you do not want to mess with him. This one, he's just more crazy and unpredictable. You know, I think that's what they're going for. He's like he's more of like a thug style, like gangsta. He's got like the bling and the tats and stuff, and he hangs out in nightclubs. That's just not what I expect from the Joker. I mean, it's almost more, he's more like Victor Zsasz than he is the Joker. I expect so much more from the Joker. He's supposed to be Batman's most like dangerous nemesis, and he doesn't even have superpowers. He is just so crazy, unpredictable, but he also just plans, he gets in Batman's head, and him and Batman are supposed to be like the yin and yang of each other, you know? And I didn't even get that. When Batman shows up to, you know, stop the Joker, he doesn't even seem to care, you know? He's just like, oh, Batman, whatever. You know, he's coming after us in my Joker freaking mobile Lamborghini, which I was like, okay, whatever. You know, Joker woke up in a new Bugatti. But anyway, I don't completely hate his Joker, and you know what? We didn't see enough of it. So it's just really hard to make a reading. Off of what I saw, I wasn't like crazy about it. But I'm not going to say, oh, it's terrible. Like, you know, they're trying to go in different directions. I respect that, and I'm interested to see where they're going to go. I said I like the style earlier, and I do. But also another part of me feels like Hot Topic came in and just like threw up all over this movie and there's like seriously, like I feel like if I walked into Hot Topic right now, I would feel like I was on set for freaking Suicide Squad. I'm like, is there cameras in here? Like, I wonder how much of this is style and then how much of this is to sell, you know, a Suicide Squad merchandise. Popcorn bucket. And Will Smith. I talked about the good things I like about it. Here's the bad. He's not really playing Deadshot. He's playing Will Smith as Deadshot. And, you know, I would have liked to have seen him try to take that on more. And I honestly wish that they would just not have him wear his mask, because as cool as his mask is, it doesn't make sense because he's Will Smith and Will Smith has to have his face shown through most of the movie. So, you know, there's points in the movie where he puts the mask on and it's like, why are you putting the mask on? It does nothing for you. He has his eyepiece separate. And he usually has it on without the mask on. So for him to put the mask on makes no sense. In fact, I would feel like it would hinder him, because unless he doesn't want people to know who he is, there's no reason to put it on. It doesn't protect him. It doesn't help him. There's not like an extra sensory thing in it or anything. It's just literally a leather mask that he puts on for like 2 scenes to like give a tribute to, hey, this is Deadshot's mask. That's really it. And I would almost just rather them not have it because it's kind of off-putting and strange. I really like the soundtrack in this movie. However, I feel like they just threw a whole bunch of songs together to be like, let's just make a, you know, crazy Fight Club-esque type soundtrack, you know? Let's just throw all these crazy songs in here and make it like Guardians of the Galaxy. And I feel like every second that we don't have any dialogue, it's like, time to cue music, you know? It's like, I'm loving you! Bohemian Rhapsody, guess who's back? Back again. Suicide Squad, tell a friend. Like, this movie is super rushed. Like, because you know that they had to put so much stuff in it, and then they had to make this epic plot at the end, which I'm going to get to here soon. And almost too epic. And it's like, I want to spend more time with the squad. I just want to see them take some stuff out that's not really, it doesn't have to be too crazy. They could have done this like Ant-Man, where it knows it's a smaller movie and it thrives off of that, instead of trying to make it this big epic thing and rushing, not only that, but rushing to the big epic thing. Like, it's not even halfway through the movie. We're already on our way to stop the mega evil villain. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, we're really rushing right now? Like, we just got introduced to these characters. Another thing I hated is that every 5 seconds we're getting introduced to somebody and they're just throwing in a quick slap-down backstory because DC doesn't want to take the time and effort to make, you know, movies to build on each other with Marvel. They just want a quick solution, and this isn't necessarily Suicide Squad's fault, okay? It's Warner Brothers' fault for, you know, the way they're rushing all this stuff. But it just comes off rushed, like Katana is just thrown in. Adam Beach's character is just thrown in. First of all, I have no clue who this character is. So for me, all they said was, here's a grappling guy that grapples up on stuff. And he literally comes in the movie for like 3 scenes and then dies. A stupid death. It's not even a cool death. Like, he just, like, Captain Boomerang just tricks him into killing himself. And I'm like, seriously? Poor Adam Beach. If I was Adam Beach, I would be like, no, I'm not even doing this. I mean, that guy is an amazing actor. He's been in some really good stuff. I loved him in Wind Talkers. It's just really disrespectful, especially if anybody liked that character. What if somebody really loves that character and you just like completely bent that character over? Not that I really know who that character is. I'm just saying. This movie is super choppy. I was wondering if the projectionist just took some scissors to the freaking movie, because it's just like, like there's literally a scene where it's really funny. The second that they're like, okay, you don't have to do this anymore. Y'all can go. Captain Boomerang's like, well, I'm out. You know, the next scene he decides to just randomly come back. I'm like, first of all, Captain Boomerang wouldn't come back. Second of all, you know that they cut something out of the movie to where he decided to come back. They're just like, nope, chop, the slap chop. You're gonna slap it. You're gonna like it. You're gonna chop it. You're gonna sham wow wowie wowie. There was so many things that just seemed like, what just happened? What? Okay, I guess something got cut out of the movie. I'm gonna be super interested to watch all the deleted scenes when they release that stuff. I counted. They wrecked 3. Wait. 1, 2, yeah. They wrecked 3 helicopters in this. You know what? Maybe more. But they wrecked 3 notable helicopters. There's like, this movie is just one big helicopter crash. And not only that, any character of any note in every helicopter crash survives the horrendous helicopter crash. First, you have the helicopter crash with the Suicide Squad. They're all okay. And by the way, I don't know if it's just me or if it's because the helicopter was so loud and they had to say their lines a certain way, but I felt like the second the Suicide Squad got in to the helicopter, all their lines became horrendous. Like, the acting was just terrible for all their lines for some reason, and I don't know why. Especially Rick Flag. I don't know what his deal was, but man, that was bad. But they all survived the crash just fine. The Joker somehow survives his terrible crash. I mean, you knew he would. And then, of course, Amanda Waller is just fine, and she also finds a machine gun. They're like, how many times can we wreck a helicopter in this movie? Well, guys, that's pretty much what I got for the bad. Now let's get to the ugly. And the ugliest part of this movie is by far Enchantress, the main villain. Oh my god, I don't know what they were thinking. Half the time she looks like she's freaking like about to start a conga line, like she's like dancing. I don't even know what that's about. But they have like, you know, this big epic storyline with her where she builds, guess what, a vortex that's opened. Oh yeah, I haven't seen that in a movie before except for like Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles, and the Avengers. I wonder how many times we're gonna keep doing that plot. Plot's kind of ridiculous, her powers are just ridiculous, and it's just too epic for this movie, and I didn't get it. I didn't get it with her. I didn't understand what they were thinking. And then she like has a brother and he turns people into soldiers, and she does it too. And I swear to God, they look just like the putties from freaking Power Rangers. They're like, go and fight. Or they look like the freaking Flood from, I don't even know who Enchantress is, by the way. I know who she is in Marvel. I have no clue. I've never heard of her in DC. So if you want to light me about her character and who she even fights, down in the comment box below, I would really appreciate that. But yeah, I wasn't feeling her. I wasn't feeling the Flood. I also didn't like how she just took over the movie. She killed the movie for me. The way that they did that, the way that they executed that and made the Suicide Squad have to rush together to go down into the city and fight the freaking... It just killed the movie for me. It made it to where you didn't get to have as many enjoyable moments because there was always something to go do and there was never time to flesh out enough characters. I feel like we could have got a lot of more backstories. Killer Croc especially, like, I mean, I know the guy doesn't really need all that much of a backstory, but come on. And guys, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you my score out of 10 for Suicide Squad. If I had to choose, it would probably be a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. Just because, you know, Enchantress detracts a lot from the movie. I just got weird mixed signals from the Joker. And there was just a lot of missing scenes out of this movie that should have been in there, I feel like. And overall, I don't feel like the squad got the justice they deserve. You know, I mean, they had a lot of great scenes, especially that scene where they all sit in the bar and they talk about stuff and you get a little bit more of a backstory on Diablo. But I did enjoy the action sequences. I enjoyed a good bit of this movie, a lot more than I thought I was going to. It's definitely a lot better than Batman Dawn of Justice. Oh my god, and it actually hurts that it's in the same universe. And hopefully this might be a little bit of a turning point for DC where they can kind of be like, okay, maybe we can start heading in a good direction now. I don't know. We're gonna have to see with Justice League and Wonder Woman what's going to, you know, what's gonna happen. But anyway, guys, did you see Suicide Squad? I hope so, because we just went over a lot of spoilers, or maybe you're too scared to and you wanted to hear some outside opinions. Either way, I respect it, and I want to know what you think of Suicide Squad, or if you're even going to be interested in going to see it after this review in the comment box below. Guys, I would suggest to go see it. If you're really scared and you're like, you know, I don't know if I want to spend money of a ticket on this, that's fine, just wait for it to come out. But, you know, it's a 5 out of 10. There are going to be things enjoyable, and I honestly think it's worth a watch. It's worth to go see. If for nothing else, if just so that, you know, Warner Brothers doesn't just completely give up on superheroes. They're having some rough patches, but I feel like, you know, if they can get their momentum built up, maybe we can finally start to get some good movies, and maybe Batfleck will have a chance. And that's another thing, guys. What do you want from the next Batman movie? I want to know about that in the comment box below. And guys, if you really enjoyed the video today and you're new here, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and it really does help me out. And as always, guys, keep those puncher hats on. Stay awesome, and I'll see you later.